Hello, my name is Peregrine, and happy Pride to all that celebrate. And also happy Pride to those who don't celebrate. Haha, you're gay now. I had an interaction recently that made me realise how ridiculously common misinformation is spread about the Overwatch dev team, and it's getting to the point of annoying me. Like I've said several times on the channel, I like to keep things positive with my content, or at least constructive, so I tend to avoid pointless rants into the void, but this topic I can't keep ignoring because it's genuinely starting to piss me off. This problem is silencing creative people's voices and making all fans look bad as they can't fight back against this problem without being dogpiled. And all of this for an imaginary fucking moral high horse. People like to claim that Overwatch is performative. How? Do you have any evidence towards this, or are you just a pessimistic, cynical doomer who views all good acts as some form of manipulation? Like, what the fuck is this argument? What do you intend to get out of it other than perpetually acting a victim and kicking the joy out of other people's lives? Well, I mean, you're very confident about it, so you must know a dev. Oh, you don't know a dev? Then maybe you know a writer, an artist, the intern, the bin man, the guy who runs the taco truck outside. Oh, it looks like you haven't spoken to anyone from the game development. That's weird. So how are you undeniably sure it's performative?
Well, actually, it's made by Blizzard, and they don't care.
I mean, what? Would you rather these devs risk their livelihoods to make indie games instead of seeking regular employment? Because last time I checked, you don't need to be indie to be an artist, and you can tell stories you want to tell through other people's worlds. Like, how many jobs have you had? This is a massive self-report that you've never been employed. Like, if you've been employed, have you seen eye to eye with the CEO, with the execs? Do you kiss the boots of your higher-ups? Do you defend them through thick and thin? Or is that something that only happens in game development? Like, what is your argument actually based on here? Let me guess, wait. Let me do the fucking Joseph Joe style. I know what you're going to say next. Overwatch is performative because it uses representation to shield from criticism. That's an interesting thing to say, and it would be very impactful if it was true.
Actually, Soldier 76 isn't gay. They made him gay to cover up the Blitzchung Hong Kong controversy.
Oh wow, never mind. That's an incredibly good point. Oh wait, no the fuck it isn't, because the Blitzchung's controversy happened in October 2019, and Soldier's sexuality was revealed in, oh would you look at that, January 2019. So either you're wrong, and Soldier was probably gay all along, or Blizzard has a fucking time machine and masterfully made Soldier gay to cover up for a controversy that would happen 9 months later. The trans inclusion is performative. Why? Explain why this is the case. Stop just saying things and not providing evidence.
Well, there's only actually one trans person in the game.
Well, yes, trans people make up less than 1% of the world's population, so if the game represents the world as a whole, which it's supposed to, then yeah, there would probably only be one transgender at the moment.
But that doesn't matter, because Venture is a token character.
Literally how? What about Venture as a token transgender? They avoid stereotypes and have a personality outside of their gender. Those are the two defining factors of a token character, is that they follow stereotypes and don't have a personality outside of their minority. Oh, is it maybe because Venture doesn't have that much screen time or development? Yeah, mate, welcome to fucking Overwatch. Half the cast like backstories. Like, what are your arguments about? What are you looking to achieve? Do you not want any transgender characters, if it's going to be performative? Or do you want a disproportionate amount of them? Oh look, the dev team made another transgender character. Maybe you're happy now. Oh, never mind. Now you're accusing the team of adding them to be more performative. There is literally no winning. You are complaining for the sake of complaining. And the fucked up part is, this is only a very vocal minority are this upset about Overwatch's representation. I know this because I made a video discussing Overwatch's diversity and how I think it works, and got a 90 to 10% dislike ratio. So clearly people agree with the positives, but these people get drowned out by the overwhelmingly loud screams of attention-starved losers who always get what they want. Oh, but what about the breast milk controversy? Oh yeah, the sexual harassment scandal. Yeah, the one that happened in the World of Warcraft development team. You know, that one thing that happened in Blizzard's main building, which Team 4 doesn't work in, because Jeff Kaplan specifically moved his team out of the building to get away from the scandal, and after the controversy, a few Overwatch devs tweeted about how they were shielded from it all, but then they were forced to delete by the company. Well, that's strange, isn't it? It's like every argument against this is based in some form of lie or cope, and none of this fucking matters anyway because you continue to play the game. If the dev team were genuinely this abhorrent, surely you should have quit by now. I don't get this fucking incessant need to insist that all works of art made by AAA studios are complete corporate slop that devs don't care about. Of course devs care about the fucking game. It's the shareholders that don't, So why are we blaming the devs? Oh right, I forgot, the devs don't do any writing and the CEO of Goldman Sachs made Lifeweaver pansexual. I remember that business meeting where Jeffrey Epstein told Aaron Keller to make a Pride event. Overwatch is constantly getting shit on by the far right for being an inclusive game. If they dropped this entire aspect of trying to represent people, they'd have access to new markets, but they refuse to budge on this aspect because they're telling a story they want to tell, with the characters they want to make. Look at the fucking dev team. The dev team themselves are a diverse cast of characters, and what, you think all of them are far-right chuds using your identity to boost ratings? Like seriously, sit back in your chair right now and grapple on me with this. Which do you think is more likely? We're going Occam's razor here. Which is more likely? One of the non-binary writers wanted to make a non-binary character to represent their people. That's one option. Or the second option, which you believe, is that the developer is actually pretending to be non-binary, presenting as non-binary, they came out to their family and get harassed online, and have meticulously been crafting this persona for years for the sole purpose of making a non-binary character in a video game to boost ratings, while they actually used their entire paycheck to fund APAC and the Jan 6th choir. I can see the comments now. Nice video, paid Blizzard shill bootlicker. Literally, where have I stuck up for Blizzard? The company fucking sucks. I'm talking about the code monkeys, the sound designers, the artists, the writers. But no, you can't stick up for these people because they bad for the work, the bad company. Oh man, it's like people have to work for a living or something. Like this, again, this shit is the biggest self-report that you've never had a job in your life because you don't agree with the higher-ups, like no one does. Do you think at any point when I was working for Home Bargains I was sat there going, man, I really do agree with everything the CEO says, otherwise I wouldn't work here. It's like you want the devs to walk out of their paying jobs in this economy? Of course you don't. So stop with this dumb bullshit bad faith interpretation of everything and slap a fucking smile on your face, you miserable cunt. I don't seem to understand, like, you can't get it through your thick fucking skulls because you're such a cynical piece of shit Rick and Morty fan that these games are an art form. Even if they are online shooters, you see this shit. You see all of this. This is art, and it's free to view. It expands the stories, the characters, the world, and this is made at a cost deficit. They hire artists and writers to expand this world for the love of the game. They actively lose money by making this stuff. No one's bought a skin or a battle pass because they read a comic. This is the work of a team who genuinely loves their art, but you're so unbelievably fucking brain-rotted that you can't see that, as you're a paranoid schizophrenic who thinks all good acts are manipulation, and it sounds fucking terrifying to live like that. For the love of all that is holy, get out of your fucking angsty emo teen phase and grow the fuck up. The world is beautiful and full of people who just want to share a message and a dream. Every time you call them performative, you discourage them and silence their creative voices. You know what I think? I think you're performative. You ride in here on your imaginary fucking moral high horse claiming to be a bastion for these horribly oppressed minorities and proclaiming how much you deeply care for them, meanwhile actively discouraging these people you claim to support from adding their stories and their characters to games in fear of backlash from the people they're actively trying to please, and the people who discriminate against them. Like, at what point do companies just go, fuck it, no representation, it's not worth losing the alt-right unemployment checks to try and please these guys? But that's probably what you fucking want deep down, isn't it? You want to make it worse so you can keep playing the victim and attention whore harder, even when the people you pretend to white knight suffer from your consequences. Like, I cannot stress this enough, you are not some super woke, badass lone wolf who doesn't think like the rest of the pack. You're a cynical arsehole with no friends. This feels weird to transition to after a video that was actually so outwardly toxic to people. I am legally obliged to thank my eggs. Cameron Wilson fan, Cherry Balls, God Noodle, Lord Grecos, Persistent, Despair, Zoe, Gothic Dino, Slater Rex, and the Perhapsy. Thank you for your continued support.